If you're planning to claim Social Security in the next 5 years and you're disappointed by how low your benefit estimate is, you're not stuck with that number. After analyzing thousands of Social Security scenarios, I'm showing you the exact 4 levers that you can pull to potentially add hundreds or even thousands to your monthly benefit. The 4th lever is the most critical because it protects your spouse for decades, but many people completely miss it. Here's what many people don't realize. Your Social Security statement assumes your future will look exactly like your past. But if you've already retired early, reduced your hours, or you're planning to work part-time, that estimate could be wrong by hundreds of dollars per month. Let's start with the lever that has the biggest immediate impact. If you're thinking about filing at 62, this could save you a fortune. Here's the deal with claiming early. When you file before your full retirement age, you permanently reduce your monthly benefit, sometimes by 25 to 30%. Once you file, there's no going back. But here's what many people miss. Every year you wait past your full retirement age, your benefit grows by about 8% annually, backed by the government. That's better than many investments. Here's an example situation. Say your full retirement age benefit is $2,000 per month. File at 62 and you get $1,400. But wait until 70 and you get almost $2,500 per month. That's almost an $1,100 monthly difference for the rest of your life. In over 25 years, that's an extra $324,000. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't want to wait 8 years to retire. Totally fair. But here's what couples who maximize their benefits often understand. Delaying Social Security doesn't mean delaying retirement. It just means you use other savings for a few years so you can lock in that higher income later. You're not just getting more money, you're reducing pressure on your portfolio and creating more flexibility for the rest of retirement, especially if you're the higher earner. But if waiting is not realistic for your situation, that's completely okay. Let me show you another lever that can still boost your benefit even if you've already stopped working. Social Security typically calculates your benefit using your 35 highest earning years. If you've only worked 28 or 30 years, the system fills in the missing years with zeros. But even if you've worked 35 or more years, some of those might be from early in your career where you earn very little. Here's the opportunity. You can still replace those low or 0 years with higher earning ones. Even part-time work in your 60s, consulting, seasonal work, anything where you get a paycheck can replace a year when you earn nothing and boost your benefit permanently. We've seen this work beautifully. Here's another example. Let's say you picked up consulting work and earned just $20,000 or $25,000 per year for 3 years. That income may be enough to replace 3 zero-income years and increase your monthly benefit by $100 to $150 for the rest of your life. That's potentially $30,000 to $40,000 in extra lifetime income. But here's what makes this strategy really powerful. You don't need to go back to full-time work. We're talking about a few hours a week, just enough to show meaningful income to Social Security. Check your earnings history. You might be surprised. Now, if you're married or divorced after a long marriage, you might be leaving money on the table with spousal benefits. Here's how spousal benefits work. If your own benefit is lower than your spouse's, you can potentially receive up to 50% of their benefit instead. Simple example, your benefit is $900, your spouse's is $2,400. You might be able to receive $1,200 per month instead. That's an extra $300 monthly or about $90,000 over 25 years. And an important point, this doesn't reduce your spouse's benefit. You simply receive the higher of the two amounts. And this next strategy isn't just about maximizing your income today. It's about protecting your spouse's financial security for potentially decades after you're gone. And that's what makes this 4th lever the most important one. When one spouse passes away, the higher of the 2 Social Security benefits continues for the survivor. The smaller benefit disappears. So when the higher earning spouse delays claiming, they're not just boosting their own income, they're locking in a larger survivor benefit that could last for decades. Think of it like this. It's similar to increasing the death benefit on a life insurance policy, but there are no premiums to pay, just timing. Remember that disappointing Social Security number we started with? This strategy alone can add $500, $700, or even $1,000 per month to your spouse's future benefit. For a surviving spouse who might live 15 or 20 more years, that's potentially $200,000 or more in additional income. That's real financial security. So let's recap the 4 levers we just covered. Lever 1, delay claiming past full retirement age for up to 8% annual growth. Lever 2, add working years to replace low or zero income years. Lever 3, maximize spousal benefits if you're married. Lever 4, protect your spouse with higher survivor benefits. When you understand these levers, you go from accepting that disappointing estimate to taking control of your Social Security benefit. Instead of leaving money on the table, you can maximize every dollar you've earned over decades of work. These strategies are built right into the Social Security system. You just need to know they exist. Quick heads up before we wrap up. Check your earnings history. Your Social Security statement might be using outdated information, especially if you've changed jobs, reduced hours, or retired early. Log into your Social Security account and make sure those numbers are accurate. It takes 5 minutes and could save you thousands. If this helped you think differently about your Social Security benefit, consider subscribing. We create videos like this every week to help you retire with confidence and enjoy the retirement you've earned. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.